hundreds of thousands of people experienced the Monster Hunter Wilds open beta on PC for the few days we had it in our hands. In fact, the total player count peaked at over 450,000 hunters all at once. The large number of people that played the beta means a wide range of experiences have been shared and continue to be shared. With that in mind, this review is based solely on my experiences, not anyone else's. After much delay due to life being way too busy for me for some reason, let's get right into my PC performance review of the first Monster Hunter Wilds open beta. For clarity, these are my PC specs. This is a screenshot I took directly from the beta, and I am so happy that this was a feature because it let me not have to make a graphic, which I really did not want to do. For those that are just listening or have this video on in the background, I have a Ryzen 7 5800 8-core processor, an RTX 4080 graphics card, and 32 gigs of RAM, which apparently is actually only 31.92 gigs. And yes, this is a PC that I built myself, which I'm very proud of, and that's why I'm making that known, because it is the first and only PC that I've built. With the hardware stuff out of the way, it's time to go on about the graphics. During the many hours I played the beta, I was impressed by how good this version of the game actually looked. You might not be able to see it because of the wonders of YouTube compression, but everything in the in-game environment was full of in-depth detail. Everything from the monsters to how the sand looked in the desert area looked amazing to me and appeared like a clear step up from a Monster Hunter World. I'm not really comparing it to Rise since that game was so different in terms of overall style. With that being said, I do know that many players on PC experienced big issues when it comes to graphics. Namely, the monsters, NPCs, and even the player characters appeared as low-poly nightmares that just wouldn't fully render. I didn't really experience that myself except for a few times, and that was when I was first loading into the game, and it was only with Alma and other players that were in the same lobby as me, and it was, just only for a few seconds. Now, to fully experience the graphics for Wilds while using the highest settings, PCs need a bit of oomph. Since my PC only has the 3 fans that came installed with the case, I was worried that my 4080 would heat up more than one would actually want it to heat up. However, even after playing for several hours straight, the temperature maxed out to about 57 degrees Celsius. Given that GPUs are considered to be hot when they reach the 80s, I say that's pretty damn good. Related to graphics is, of course, frame rates. Many players have worried and continue to worry about if they'll be hitting that sweet 60 FPS when the game releases. Thankfully, that was the case for me. For the most part, anyway. When playing the beta using the ultra settings, my game held steady at around 60 FPS, or at least that's what it felt like to me. I was too busy slaying monsters to really monitor that in full. There were a few times when I did notice a dip in the frame rate. That was when I was roaming around base camp along with the 15 other on-screen player characters. The other time I really noticed a drop was when I was testing out multiplayer with my friend. But those drops are mainly due to me disconnecting from the server, which made the mighty Raidao just float in the air helplessly. Luckily, it was easy to reconnect, although the laggy Raidao persisted for a little bit longer afterwards. I'm not sure if this was on my end or the server's end, but it's what happened. So, I'm being honest about it. Other than the issues I just mentioned, and a singular crash that I experienced throughout my many hours of playing the demo, I must say that I was happy with how it performed on my PC. Again, I'm aware that many people faced optimization issues, which I know will be fixed before full release. I also know that the full game is miles ahead of what most people have played so far, so that is comforting to hear. This confirmation just makes me even more excited for Monster Hunter Wilds, and I can't wait until February to enjoy it in full, bugs and all. So yeah. Thank you for sticking around for as long as you did, even if this video was kinda short and sweet. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to leave a like and maybe subscribe for my sake. No matter what you end up doing, have a good day and just take care.